Is it also saying, that is such a good point, because sometimes I think you can feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to understand, you might almost feel like you are spiritually so strong, and that whole side is so good that I can't say that I've got something wrong here, because you know what, I'm here, and that's how people say me, so I can't say that.
Right, I better not.
Is that true?
I do. I think there's kind of a level of shame or embarrassment of, we should have that figured out. So we're not going to talk about it. We'll figure it out, or we're just going to ignore it and just hope it gets better, which we all know what happens to problems that you ignore. Very rarely do they just
the
resolve.
enemy gets a hold of that, and then he can really get in you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I have felt it before, just by being a Christian, being in Christ, having a podcast called Winning by Faith. Well, you would think he's got it all together,
right,
that I could maybe feel either ashamed or whatever the word is, that, I'm challenged here as well. Well, you walk in faith, you got all of that, and you might be afraid to say it. So I think that's a real trap, I think, of the enemy, to say, you got to sew together in one area that you don't need another.
Right.
And I know many Christian pastors, and whether men or women, that get counseling because they also need it as they're giving it out. So there's no shame in saying, hey, I'm trying to figure out an area. It'd be no different in business. You may not know everything, but you're trying to figure it out. You should be doing this and you're doing that.
Right.
We should have the same thing in our life. There should be no shame. We're just trying to get it better and better, because we don't know everything, right?
We don't. And even just as I'm talking today, please know, I'm convicted of every single one of these things.
Me too.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Me too.
Yeah. And so